I tiptoed into the living room where I was chained before. Still no sign of Ren. I looked around the room at my options. There's stairs to a second floor, another door under those stairs, and then of course there's the kitchen. Maybe there's a weapon there. I looked towards the entranceway. Or I could just make a break for it. Leaving the house is absolutely not going to be a good idea, so let's just go ahead and get that one out of the way. I've gotta risk it. I'd be crazy not to. I walked quickly to the front door. About 2 meters from the door, I heard a shrill beep. I stopped in my tracks. I think it came from my collar. I can't turn back now. Absolutely not. That would be silly. We've gotten this far. I took a few cautious steps forward. Oops! My head was buzzing. I struggled to climb back to my feet. I can't do that again. I heard a door open and a loud thump. Ren! I looked around quickly. I should get back to the bedroom. I ran as quickly and quietly as I could back to the room he left me in. I closed the door silently, my heart thudding. I don't think he noticed anything. I let out a sigh of relief before pressing my ear to the door. More thumps. Come on. Oh. Isn't this what you wanted? Who is he talking to? He was moving farther away. I strained to hear him. Strade! I jumped. Are you in your room? Come out here. I have a surprise for you. No. I cleared my throat, realizing my voice was choked. Yes. I came out of the room slowly. Did you have a nice rest? I hoped you couldn't see me sweating. Yeah. Great. Well, come on. I got everything set up in the spare room. He motioned me over to a door that I had assumed was for a closet. Check it out. I cautiously looked inside the dark room. My eyes adjusted to the darkness. Oh shit, is that Lawrence? What? It was the other guy from the pub. You remember Lawrence? I just stared, astounded. Lawrence was going to be my new friend. But then you came along. He grinned at the terrified man in the chair. It's weird how quickly things can change, isn't it? Oh, fuck. I gulped hard. And why is he here now? Ren flashed me a fanged smile. Then he reached for something behind himself. He revealed a knife. Before I could react in fear, he held it out to me. I want us to share something really special, Strade. He couldn't be serious. I held the knife. You want me to hurt him? I heard Lawrence's muffled whimper as Ren looked me over. Hurt him. Make him bleed, cry, kill him.
Ren, what the fuck? What happened? What happened to you?
The knife quivered in my hand. I considered the people in the room and the collar around my neck. I mean... No, at this point, he did take a swing at me, and I was running away from him. But I don't think at this point that deserves death. So, don't make me do this. Ren, I'll do anything else. Just please don't make me hurt anyone. Just don't have the stomach for it, do you? I shook my head. I guess it is asking a little much. He held out his hand for the knife. You can watch me do it. Lawrence let out another whimper. I don't want him to die at all. Ren started to look like he was losing his patience. I won't do it. He held up the remote. No, wait. I stumbled backward, dropping the knife. He picked it up quickly and turned to Lawrence. Looks like it's just your lucky day, Law. Ren cut the gag off from Lawrence's face. Do you want to be the one that leaves this room? Yes. Ren quickly sawed through the zip ties and rope holding Lawrence down, then handed him the knife. What? Wait! Lawrence stood up. Please, Lawrence. Ren's the one... I fell backward, hitting the wall behind me. I'll keep Strade down. Go ahead. Well, of course Lawrence isn't gonna have any issues with this. Lawrence loomed over me with the knife. I'll make it quick. I tried one last desperate scramble for the door. I sobbed after the shock. I couldn't move, it hurt so much. Ugh. Then I was pinned to the floor by a knife in my back. All I could do was cough weakly and twitch. I knew we'd get along, Law. I mean, it is fitting that the character I named Strade would die in Ren's house. So, typically when I do the really asshole routes, I die, obviously. And then when I do the really, really nice routes where I'm trying to be super nice, I'm super compliant, I still end up dying. So we'll probably try to get that ending out of the way. And then shoot for some good endings. And also, I don't know how many endings there are in this. I don't know if there's... I can check the menu and see if there's like now a special one for Ren, but last time I looked there wasn't a place where you could check the Ren endings, so... Oh, there is a special little place. Sweet. Alright, little buddy. Thanks for helping me. Well, of course. It's no problem at all. I'm sure. Anyway, now that you're up, I bet you're feeling hungry. Why don't I make you something to eat? Sure. I suppose I could stay a bit longer. It's absolutely not weird at all that you're part fox. Great. You're gonna love it. I have these really nice... Whoops! I'm rambling. I'll just be a bit. Okay. I'll hang out. Why am I chained to the wall? There's no need to be worried. Of course not. I know it seems a little different. Loving the word choice. But just trust me, okay? We'll be best friends before you know it. I'm sure we will. Absolutely. Yes, it's a shot collar. Thank you for my gift. I felt that being polite was probably the best option. Well, you're so welcome. He paused and chewed his lip. Although, it's been a pretty long time, and I'm not sure if it still works. We don't need to test all that. It's okay. What does it do? I had a feeling, but I wanted to be wrong. Yeah, there it goes. Wow! I gasped raggedly. It felt like I was being punched all over at once. But now it's completely gone. Looks like it still works fine, huh? 1,000 things went through my head at once. He put some sort of electric collar on me. Where did someone even get something like that? What did he mean by training? Is he crazy enough to kill me? How can I get out of here? Those potatoes are probably done by now, too. Alright, I shrank back into the couch. I suppose I could take this time to figure out my situation. I shrank into the soft cushions. That chain certainly isn't breaking. Okay, so he's cooking. We are looking at the chain. What's up, man? I didn't hear you. I stammered and gave him a nervous smile. Yeah, I can be pretty quiet. Quiet as a mouse. Anyway, dinner's served. He held out a plate heaped in mashed potatoes and steak to me. I took it, eyes wide. This looks really good. Well, looks don't mean much anyway. What matters is how it tastes. Relax. I'm gonna need you to relax. Oh, I forgot a fork. I'll be right back. Thank you. You're so polite. Polite is my middle name. I really hit the jackpot. He practically skipped to the kitchen. He's in a great mood, at least. He came back quickly, beaming and holding out a fork. I took it quietly and looked down at my meal. It seemed awkward to eat in front of someone like this, but I was starving and it smelled amazing. Everything else is wrong. I might as well enjoy this. I took a bite. Well? It's alright. It's, you cooked it. It's really delicious. I tried not to sound surprised. Although he seemed to relax just watching me dig in. I was so hungry that it was easy to temporarily forget everything else. I cleaned my plate and finally looked back up. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. He took my plate and fork from me. I chewed my lip as he took them to the kitchen. This house is nice. I nestled into the comfy chair, and his cooking is so good. Maybe this isn't so bad. It could be worse, kidnapped in the middle of the night after being drugged and running through an alleyway from a crazy man, waking up with an electric collar chained to the wall. I mean, he is right, though. We could be chained in Strade's basement. Significantly worse. I considered pulling my knees up to my chest while I waited. I lifted my foot slightly, hearing the clink of the chain, reminding me. Right. I looked up in time to see him returning. All right. He quickly wiped his hands on his shirt. Maybe it's best that we just get you settled in. Give you some time to adjust. Thank you. I just looked at him. What did he mean by settled in? To my surprise, he pulled out a small key and bent down to my shackle. Don't forget about your collar. I gulped, reaching up to touch it. I'm going to open this, but if you aren't good, I'll have to shock you. I nodded slowly. As long as he takes that off, I'm in a better position. It clicked open and fell to the floor. We're just gonna sit patiently. His tail swished slowly as he started to relax. Okay, come with me. I'll show you your room. So far, we have not commented on anything that's going on with this guy. Maybe we assume that, the ears and the tail are fake. They're just little clip-on ears and a robot tail. I don't know. He held my arm gently and guided me down a short hallway to a door. He swung the door open. A simple bedroom. No bars or chains or anything. I know it's kind of boring, but I didn't know what you'd like. Once I get to know you better, we can spruce it up. My eyebrows furrowed. It's nice. He lit up. I'm glad you like it. Look at that. He already loves us so much. Just holler if you need anything. I'll let you get some rest. He slipped out the door and closed it behind him, leaving me in the room. Okay, I can hear him walking away, but from what I could tell, he didn't lock it. Yep. So... I feel like just walking around the house probably isn't going to be the best for what we're going for right now. It's going to be between these two. Probably this one. Let's try that one. I tentatively poked my head out the door. Ren? I paused, waiting for a reply. Are you here? Nothing but my own voice. I guess he's not home? Alright, well, let's just look around then. Well, I'm not gonna stay here. Alright. So we can... Let's check out the kitchen. I wandered into the kitchen. It's a beautiful kitchen. It still smelled faintly of Ren's cooking. I went straight to the drawers, neat and organized like the rest of the house. There, I spotted a large knife. Maybe, okay, listen. We are still going to have opportunity to do the nice route where we don't take knives. I'm deciding that is not this route. I grabbed the knife. At least now I can defend myself. I looked back towards the living room. Well, we can't leave. So let's look around upstairs. Maybe there's something upstairs that can help me, and at the very least we can be close to our room. I climbed the carpeted steps to another floor that looked just like the first. Clean, simple. It looks like one of those example houses people look through to enter a lottery. I spotted an open door to a small bedroom. I walked towards it, the only evidence of something out of place. Ooh, it's a mess in here. A desk, clothing strewn around, even some garbage. It looked like any single guy's bedroom, if there was a bed. Is this just a little pallet where he sleeps? There was just a pile of blankets. Does he sleep in that curled up little donut that dogs do? I looked closer. Covered in orange fur? Is this where he sleeps? So I know he has the ears and the tail. Can he turn into a full-fledged fox? Or is it purely just full human, half human? Because I don't know. For the first time, I felt like I was invading someone's personal space. I backed out of the room and closed the door. I heard a door open and a loud thump. Okay, so he just got back with Lawrence. It looks like you already know. I looked at him in confusion and looked down, following his gaze. Am I still holding the knife? The knife from the kitchen! I gasped loudly. I'd forgotten that I was holding it. I want us to share something really special. Okay. Yeah. Idiot, could have left it in the damn room. You know what? Fuck it. Cut your ass. I don't have a choice. I stepped closer to Lawrence with the knife. I considered apologizing to him. Don't. He cut our legs off. He doesn't deserve shit. What would be the point? Go on. He's gonna want me to do it like this. I mean, I guess he really did not seem to give a shit that I had the knife. So I guess we're still doing the be nice and compliant bullshit, whatever. I moved closer to Lawrence, watching as he began to panic more. I wasn't sure where to start. I looked at his arm and touched the blade to his skin. I've never done this to anyone before. I pressed the knife down, sliding it, testing it. His arm jerked against the rope and zip ties as he groaned into his gag. Such a strong reaction, even though it was so easy. I looked up to his face. He was breathing hard. Scared. I moved the knife over his skin again. He muffled more sounds. I could tell by the begging look in his eyes that he was trying to say, no, no, no. He wants so badly for this to stop. More than he's ever wanted anything. Well, if he doesn't stop fucking wiggling in this chair, I'm going to cut his arms off. Sorry about you. I flashed the knife in front of him. But there's nothing you can do about it, is there? His head jerked up and I realized I spoke aloud. The whole room was silent. Ren and Lawrence were frozen, anticipating what I'd do next. I'm the one in charge at this moment. I pressed the knife into Lawrence's thigh. He began to scream into the gag as I pressed it further into him, slowly. Seeing him unable to stop me, even though he so desperately wanted to, I twisted the knife. It filled me with something I'd never really felt before. Strangely, I was more aware of the collar around my neck as I did it. I've been helpless too. I pulled the knife out. He was shaking. I lifted his chin so he could look at me. This was important. I understand how you feel, Lawrence. More than you fucking know, bud. I wiped the bloody knife on his shirt. You can't stop this. Terror flooded his face. Why did that feel so good to say? I pushed the knife into his belly, faster. Yikes. I could tell his screaming was becoming hoarser, even with the gag. He's so soft. Where have we heard that line before? Stupid bitch. I pulled the knife through his flesh and watched blood and other things that should stay in the human body fall out of him. His head fell to his chest. After an amount of time I couldn't properly recount, I realized I was panting. Oh, now I'm laughing. I glanced over at Ren. I was surprised to see a hint of fear. I grinned at him. That wasn't so hard. I sheathed the knife in Lawrence's chest. Yeah. I guess it wasn't. He's like, oh fuck, who did I bring into my house? You did great. Was he not expecting me to do it? I scoffed. I should clean up. He smiled at me warmly. You can just relax now. Sure. I turned and left him in the small dark room. The living room seemed brighter and more comfortable than before. I flopped on the couch, leaning back. Something was telling me I should be more bothered by what just happened. We are just king of the castle now. We kill one guy and suddenly we're just hot shit. I closed my eyes, but why bother freaking out now? I relaxed on the soft cushions and ended up dozing. Hey, Cece, you kinda dozed off there. He's changed clothes. How long was I... Oh God. I clutched my head, remembering what happened. Are you still feeling upset? I don't think I ever felt upset to begin with. Did that really happen? Lawrence. Oh. He's dead! I love that he, speaks... Does he say, he's dead, red heart emoji? You did such a good job. No. I tried to bring my knees to my chest. I was stopped by the sound of metal clinking. I whimpered as I realized I was chained again. Aw, you're so sweet and gentle. I felt like I was breathing too fast. Hey, don't panic now. He rested a hand on my shoulder. You're safe and sound, right where you belong. Okay, just being nice. I'm being nice. You're scared? I've been so generous. And kind. Okay, relax. I've been coddling you. Of course this hasn't been working. I've been doing so, see what I mean? You're just an absolute shithead, or you are absolutely just obedient and compliant. Both get you killed. I've been doing it wrong. Please, I'm sorry. Oh, you're not sorry yet. But you will be. Fuck. Oh, fuck off. Oh no. I'm getting PTSD. I'm gonna need so many more adult drinks than what I've already had to do this, because I'm in this goddamn basement again. Welcome back to the world of the waking. Fuck you. Where am I? You're in the shop. Ren breathed deep, seeming to smell the air around him. It's so alive down here. I backed up a step and ran into a large metal pole. I haven't tied you up yet. I glanced at the stairs. Because I want you to do something for me. I bit my lip, eyeing the remote in his hand, waiting for the request. I want you to strip me. What? Take your clothes off. Why? You went through this. Why are you making other people go through this? In the same place that you had to go through this? Are you kidding? And where is Strade? This is very obviously his house. Like, I might not have recognized his living room, but I for damn sure recognized this goddamn basement. It has been seared into the back of my eyelids. Fucking fine. I looked down. It's not like I have a choice. I pulled off my shirt and pants quickly. I hesitated with only a short glance at Ren before touching my underwear. I let out a defeated sigh and removed those too. I tried my best to cover myself awkwardly as he kicked the clothing further from me. Good. Now sit. I shivered, not entirely from the cold basement floor on my bare feet. I slowly crouched and sat with my knees hugged close, my back against the pole. Stay still. He moved behind me and gripped my arms. I squeaked a small protest, but he moved quickly. He yanked them behind the pole with a sharp, unmistakable noise of a zip tie. I was bound. There. Now we're all set up. I squirmed on the floor. Please. Oh, hush. He played with the knife in his hands. This is a gift. Fuck you, this is a gift. He stepped closer. Some lessons hurt, but you'll learn to appreciate them. I knew that my impressions of Ren were spot on from the goddamn beginning. I knew that you were a little shit. Nobody could have convinced me otherwise. And guess what? He's a little shit. I pulled my knees closer, curled as tightly as I could with my arms behind me. Put your legs down. I hesitated. Now. There's nothing I can do. I slid my feet forward, trembling. He crouched over my lap, his tail twitching excitedly. He positioned the knife over my chest. I felt a small amount of relief seeing him move it sideways, getting ready to cut rather than stab. But the relief was short-lived once he sunk the blade in. I hissed in pain and grit my teeth. I wanted to shrink away from the knife, but the pain was making my chest heave. He held it firmly, and each breath made it cut deeper. I couldn't help but start to cry. When he leaned back to admire his work, I slowly looked down with a whimper. Is that, it's a heart. I thought he drew a dick. I could feel hot tears mixing with the blood on my chest. Do you like it? It hurts. I shivered on the floor. And he laughs at me. Well, that is the idea. You're looking a little pale. Well, I pulled my knees back up. I haven't even gotten started yet. What? I tried to protest, but he was ignoring me and frowning at the knife in his hand. Need something? He turned and rummaged through the drawers. Oh! He brandished some sort of electric gun. I always wanted to try this. He waved it slightly. A nail gun. I have no idea how it works. My throat felt dry. I couldn't stop staring. He pressed the tip to the wooden countertop and pulled the trigger. Bang. Whoa! He turned back to me, grinning. That's really scary. I choked out a small noise. Please. Please stop. Why should I? I don't know if, with Lawrence, will this appease him or just piss him off? Yeah, we can just try it. He paused at the offer. Anything? I took another look at the nail gun, weighing my options. Anything has to be better than that. I nodded, surely. Get up on your knees. Oh, son of a friend, goddammit. He looked a bit nervous. You should be, because if your dick comes anywhere near my face, I am going to bite it. This has been tried and true. This is a proven goddamn fact. I struggled to sit up with my arms tied back. When I finally managed to get up, he moved forward and pressed against me. I started to realize what he wanted as he unzipped it. Yep. My eyes widened as he pressed the tip of the nail gun to my shoulder. Don't bite me. It's like you read my mind. Son of a bitch. Oh, God. I can't resist it, though. I'm probably just gonna have to get nail gunned. Why is he white? Why is it white? It's this color. Not his wing, but the hair above his wing. Snow White. I began to think to myself that this isn't so difficult. He's an average size, and it's... Oh. So far, I have not been given the option to bite. He set the nail gun off. I didn't bite him or nothing. He jumped backwards and yelped in surprise. I just stared with my mouth open, in shock. The pain blossomed from my shoulder. I could have bitten him because it ended the same fucking way. I lurched forward and let out a rasping, pained moan. My arms strained against my bonds and the agony just got worse. I'm sorry. Fuck you. To my surprise, he knelt down to hold me still and stop me from straining more. I didn't mean to pull the trigger. I forgot I had it there. I began to calm down and sniffed. I'm okay. He rubbed his forehead on mine quickly before gripping the tip of the nail. Wait! He pulled it out quickly as I gasped in pain. He immediately tossed the nail to the side and bent to lick my shoulder. You're just going to make it infected. Get away from me. I felt my cheeks redden. We'll clean this up and bandage you, okay? Then clean it with, peroxide. Don't fucking put your dirty-ass toilet mouth next to it. He moved to grab his knife and put the ties around my wrist. And have a nice warm bath. For some reason, I felt tears well up in my eyes again. But I was smiling. That sounds really nice. He kissed my nose and helped me to my feet. Don't worry, Cece, I'll take really good care of you, you say as you accidentally shoot me in the shoulder with a nail gun. Oh! I did not expect that to be an ending. Okay. So, I guess we can go check out the torture room, Strade's torture room. I stared at the simple-looking door. There was something weird about it. The handle was strange. I turned it and heard a couple clicks. It's heavy. As I swung the door open, I saw that the other side was thick and metal. What the hell? I fumbled for a light switch, and eventually a flickering light revealed stairs into a dark basement. Something about it was making me nervous. If we go down there, we're gonna get trapped down there. We're gonna get stuck down there, and then he's gonna be like, oh, well, I mean, since you wanted to be down here so bad, and then he's going to torture us. Let's get it out of the way. Ooh, I think it's too late now, but maybe next time I go to the kitchen and grab the knife, and then go down here and get trapped. And then when he comes around looking for me and he's like, where the fuck did you go? I stab him in his face. Plan? Plan. We got a deal. I have to know what's down there, obviously. I step down the wood stairs, creaking softly. It smells musty and coppery? I felt along the wall looking for another light. There. I stared at my surroundings. It's nothing like the rest of the house. It feels old and used and lived in. There's stains. A shiver crawled up my spine. I'm sure this is probably ours. Everywhere. I gulped and took an involuntary step back. The woodworking tools shone in a sinister way under the artificial basement light. Well, I mean, there's enough weapons down here, too, that I could probably grab one and just wait. All I could hear was the hum of a small fridge and a large freezer. My gaze locked onto the deep freeze. More stains. I approached it. I was filled with an irrational need to open it. Sure, why not? I placed my shaking hands on the lid and lifted. It opened with a suctioned crack. My eyes adjusted to the light. Sick. Is that Strade? Yes. Yes! Oh, I want to almost take a picture of this and have it as my phone screensaver because it makes me that happy. Oh, get wrecked. Wait, so how did he do it? I stumbled backwards, falling to the floor. The lid of the freezer fell with a bang. No. He's a murderer. Are we really that surprised about it? I have to get out of here. I scrambled to my feet and ran up the stairs. I heard a door open and a loud thump. Okay, so now he's back. He didn't do anything to deserve this, so we think. I looked into the panicked eyes of the man in the chair. I mean, he absolutely has done so much to deserve this. I guess this version of us doesn't know that. I mean, sure, he freaked me out a little after we left the pub, but that's no reason to kill anyone. Ren looked at me dully. I used to think that way once. This has nothing to do with what he deserves. The whole world is unfair, Cece. You need to understand that to be free. And he needs to suffer for us to get what we want. But I don't want this. You need this. He was getting more excited. I know it feels scary at first, but we'll have a bond deeper than you can imagine right now. He looked down at Lawrence. We need blood for that. I mean, if I keep refusing, he's just gonna shock me, so we'll just give you a little. I leaned to press the knife to his neck. At least I can try to make this as painless as possible. Part of me wanted to look away from him, to stop seeing the animal-like fear in his eyes. But I couldn't. I looked him in the eye and swept the blade across his flesh. It only took a moment. Holy shit! I thought I was just gonna give him like a little nick. I didn't think I was gonna fucking murder him immediately. I watched the blood spread down his chest as he convulsed weakly. I could feel hot tears streaming down my face, matching the spill. I dropped the knife. After what felt like much too long, he finally stopped moving. I jumped in surprise, feeling Ren's arms snake around my waist. I knew we'd get along. Hey. I collapsed to my knees. I collapsed to my knees. I'm a murderer. He rubbed my back affectionately. Don't worry, Cece. So am I. Oh, I know. I understand you. I hugged my knees. I'm the only one that really understands you now. But you did this to me. I didn't have to understand any of this. I don't want this. He took his hand from my back and I immediately missed the contact. Why don't you go relax? I need to wash up. I nodded, my throat too dry to speak. I shakily stood up and staggered out of the small room. The bright, clean living room felt like a joke. After what I just did, I fell onto the couch. I buried my face in the cushions. This can't be real. I tried to relax, but ended up just dozing restlessly. And then we just wake up with our... Okay, so this pissed him off, so you're a monster. You think, I think that just pissed him off more. I'm a monster? Oh no. His fur was bristling. I saw what's in the basement. I know you killed that guy. Yeah. You've been looking around the shop, huh? I recoiled, worried I made a mistake by mentioning it. Well, since you're already acquainted, why don't we pay Strade another visit? Ugh. Here we are. Welcome to the shop. Can I keep my underpants on? No. Okay. No, I don't like the heart on my chest. Get fucked. You really think so? I pulled my knees back up. I haven't even gotten started yet. Yeah. You're being crazy, man. Do you understand the position you're in right now? I clenched my jaw and started to sweat. And you're insulting me? That is what I do. I pulled my knees closer. But, oh no. I looked up at him shocked. I won't repeat myself. I mean, if I don't do it, he's just gonna shock me and then make me do it anyways. If I don't, he'll just shock me. Or worse. I bit my lip and shakily let my knees fall to the side. The worry of what he was going to do kept my mind fairly far from any embarrassment. He crouched between my thighs. Ren? Uh-oh. Even through the fear, I could feel my face getting hot. He pulled at me and seemed to just stop. I opened my eyes again. I didn't have time to scream. Oh, he better not be doing what I think he's about to do. Kill this bitch so bad. Apologize. Fuck off. You just stapled me in the vagina. It was hard to even remember what to apologize for through the pain. I'm sorry. You're not crazy. That really proved it. You really proved your case. I sobbed harder. I'm sorry. That's better. You know I'm doing this because I love you. His tail twitched. And you love me too, right? No? Fuck off. He looked at the nail gun in his hands. His silence was making me rethink my reply. Before I could say anything else, he turned and walked away. He left the nail gun on the counter and climbed the stairs quietly. I whimpered and pulled at the ties on my wrists. Why did I say no? Because it's true, and he just put a nail through our vagina. My increasing regret was eventually interrupted by the soft creaking of the wood stairs. I didn't have to look him over for long to see what he'd left for. A gun. A real gun. Maybe he'll hold it sideways, so it's just a scratch and not a stab. It's funny. He raised the weapon. Strade had so many tools, and more knives than I've ever bothered to count. But he only had one gun. I couldn't move. I wasn't even sure I was breathing. He must not have liked guns. I'm going to die. But I kind of like it. I'm going to die in this house. Tell me you love me. go for the obvious. I look down to my bloody lap. Why drag this out? If I live through this, he'll just torment me forever. I looked up. No. What a mistake. No one will ever love me like he did. Is he talking about Strade? He is not talking about Strade. Sure, I love you. I love you. I love you. My voice was cracking. Of course you'd say that. You'd say anything right now, wouldn't you? You probably don't mean it. He lowered the gun. Ren, The sound rang loud off the walls, and then the pain came. I looked down at the hole in my leg. I love you! I may have only met you, but I'd never felt more alive. I'm so scared and it hurts, but I know. I was shaking. I know I'm supposed to be here. I want to be with you. I need you. I leaned forward, tears streaming down my face. I'm yours, Ren. I'm all yours. I broke down and sobbed into my lap. I didn't flinch when I felt his hand on my head. That's a really good start. Really, that's what gives him the fucking special heart. That. Oh my God. Is he worse than Strade? Honestly, at this point, I don't know. Like, Strade was fucking brutal as shit, but at least he made sense. This bitch don't make no sense. Okay, so instead of saying you're a monster, let's say I'm scared. Because it pisses him off, but it doesn't, like, piss him all the way off. How about I keep my own place? We're just not going to say anything this time. See? There's nothing you can do about it. He pushed my knee back down with his foot and positioned the gun over my calf. No, don't do that. I writhed uselessly as he pulled the trigger. Ugh, I screamed and slumped forward. That really works, huh? I looked up through my tears as he moved the tip of the gun up my leg a bit. I started to sob. I jerked hard against my binding. I could feel the ties cutting into my wrists. He ignored my sobbing and screaming. He just slid the tool slowly up my leg. Oh my God. Oh my God. Relax. I wasn't even screaming anymore. Come on, Cece. You can't be worn out already. My wrists, my leg, everything hurts. I feel dizzy. Ugh, my head fell forward. I always thought it was ridiculous how he'd get that excited that quickly. He let out a strange laugh. I guess it's pretty easy to get carried away. Why is it getting so dark? His voice was sounding further away. It sounded like hissing static instead. Hey. Clawed fingers snapped in front of my face. Nice. That was very cool. I liked that. I snapped back to the present as I felt a nail pulled from my leg. You're bleeding and crying everywhere. He pulled another. Look at you all cleaned up, I felt sick. Don't worry. I've got much better self-control. My head fell forward again. Eventually, I felt him drag me somewhere with running water. You're not going anywhere. You'll get to enjoy his self-control forever. Yay.
All of my exes were crazy. I'm sure you've heard that before.